Okay, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. As we are 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, the road still continues. And what do we got going on tonight in St. Louis, Missouri, huh? As we wind down this time, we kick it right off the bat with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, since both of them are back together after what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. They're a team again. Kevin Owens said, hey, I think they like you and whatnot. The fans started chanting for Owens and Zayn, and basically they've been each other's biggest fans, even though they fought each other for years now. But this time they're gonna take down the bloodline together. And he says, you know what happens next, right? Which they both looked at the WrestleMania sign, and now they want to face the Usos at WrestleMania for the undisputed tag team championships. Next thing you know, the Usos came out saying like, they're the family that cuts each other's throats. Okay, we don't. And Sami Zayn, that's funny coming from you, Jay. Your biggest dream is to backstab Roman Reigns. But Jimmy says, no, 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 man. Yeah, this is you're done living in dream world, okay? This is reality. WrestleMania, looking at the sign and whatnot. Basically said, you want to face us? Like, we've been a team since day one, okay? We're the best tag team in the world, all right? We've been on the same page. Y'all barely can get together barely get together all the time, all right? Jay went on to say that, we're going to put you guys into the dirt and whatnot. Jay says we ain't got to wait till WrestleMania because they did accept the match. They ended up brawling with Owens and Zayn, which they got thrown outside the ring then. Next thing they got some steel chairs as referees came out then, but as, they're trying to get back in the ring and go back after Sami and Kevin. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo arrive at the building with the car. They get out of the car, and that's when they go to commercial. Then, right after that, they end up having Austin Theory versus Montez Ford. Crowd very over Montez Ford, who wants to smoke out there. A good match, obviously, to just give Austin Theory a win. Still talk about Cena after that once again. Saying like, you all didn't believe in me. John Cena's going to believe at WrestleMania. So, yes, a good match. Now, as for the Street Profits themselves, here's something I want to address real quick. And I know they announced this on SmackDown, this whole Fatal 4-Way Tag Team WrestleMania showcase match, which I kind of find it funny. So, with the guys, they already announced it right off the bat because it's the Street Profits, Ricochet and Strowman, who else is there? Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders, which I kind of found it funny because don't they have the women compete and even get into WrestleMania for this match? But okay, the guys, we're just gonna throw you all out there, maybe because there's not a lot of tag teams in general, but we're just gonna throw you out there, and that's gonna be what's going on. Okay, so at least they're in a match for WrestleMania and whatnot. But right after that, Roman Reigns was in his dressing room with Paul Heyman. Solo was there. Usos came in. Jimmy says, man, would hit him more harder if his brother was torn away from him, his twin brother. But he says, we're going to go in at WrestleMania and we're going to get him, all right? And then next Reigns said, all right, everybody leave. Jay, you stay. And he asked him saying, like, you still part of the bloodline, right? Because, you're trying to make decisions now. Which Jay says, I'm with you, all right? I'm bloodline. And Reigns says, okay, I hope so. That's all I need to hear. As Jay left him, Reigns said he loved him. Jay, he walked out. Heyman says, is that the answers you want? Reigns said, yeah. So obviously, that's going to play into this more and more because, like I said, it's bloodline. So something interesting as usual is going to happen. Right after that, Adam Pearce was talking about the tag team showcase and whatnot. Chelsea Green showed up, once again being a Karen. Something happened with Carmella. I don't know what happened with Carmella. Carmella wasn't there tonight. She was supposed to actually be in a tag match with Chelsea Green, but it ended up being Piper Niven for whatever reason. So they were going to be in a tag team tonight. So yeah, I don't really know what happened to Carmella. Omos and MVP were headed to the ring. I know they had a big video package for Omos and Brock, which I will say the video package looked great in trying to get them over as giants and whatnot. And just talk about how big this match is supposed to be. I know a lot of people don't want to see it, but they're trying to make it as interesting as possible. Hey, it's like I said before, it kind of tells you something when Brock wants to work with Omos instead of Bray Wyatt, which, I don't really blame him, and Brock made the right decision. But it does tell you something. Omos went against Mustafa Ali. They had Ziggler watching in the back. I have no idea what they're still doing with that whole story at this point. Omos won his finisher. MVP saying that Brock Lesnar's going to learn at WrestleMania. Logan Paul was with his entourage, and I guess maybe that was his manager or something he was walking with. Miz tried to get the handshake, but Paul didn't want to do it. Basically saying I thought I was going to be in the show, but I guess he's not. Logan Paul came out for his Impulsive show, but it was like his talk show he does on YouTube. And then the fans were booing him. Logan Paul saying that he knows the fans don't love him, only just his dad and the fan that brought a sign with his drink on it. Love him out there. But, you know, he talks about the fans, all these talent trying to step in front of him. Listen, man, I thought celebrity fans would be here in St. Louis because he talked about the Rams going to L.A. and whatnot, or it wasn't the St. Louis Rams, the L.A. Rams, so he took a shot at the city team and whatnot. But Logan Paul said, Seth Rollins, the match at WrestleMania, which will be on his birthday, which he gets to knock somebody's ass out, as he put. Because then, why am I fighting a guy named Seth, okay? Seth is a nice guy, and, the what chants start coming in, which was everybody got what chants throughout the entire night. Let me say one thing about this show. There were several what chants throughout the night. Like, damn near everybody got it. Which, Logan Paul did kind of play along, like, Seth Rogen, Steph Curry, and stuff. So, he was a nice guy. But as he's still talking about Seth Rollins, which I'll give Logan Paul credit. Which it works better for him out here as a heel. Okay, it's better than as a face. We know people don't legitimately like this guy. Some thought the promo I know was good, or some thought it was bad. But he does look more comfortable as a heel and whatnot. Logan Paul, though, Mike kept going out then. Ended up being Seth Rollins messing with the production in the back. Seth played his music and went out to the ring. Logan Paul telling the crowd to shut up. You're ruining my segment. Next thing you know, Seth charges right into him. They start brawling. Like the refs and producers come out to try to stop it. Seth ends up jumping off the turnbuckle trying to go for the broadcast table, and ends up on the security guards. And then he runs into the lucky shot by Logan Paul. So he kept saying third time's the charm, and he ended up going to the back. So that's 2 knockout shots on Seth. I'm sure the third is trying to go at WrestleMania, but we'll see what happens there, since he kept saying, the third lucky shot and whatnot. Third time's the charm. But like I said, Logan Paul works as a heel. I think the segment went on a little bit too long. In a way, yeah, but hey, there you go. Miz singing about his balls for some WrestleMania the musical thing. I have no idea. Dominic went against Johnny Gargano. I know Gargano had his ribs taped due to him getting beat up on NXT in front of his house, which Candice LeRae had very horrible acting last week when I saw that segment. It looked like shit. But the match itself, given Gargano's ribs was taped, he was protected here, so Dominic at least got a win on his own this time, but they did protect Johnny at the same time. Dominic still wants that match at WrestleMania against Rey Mysterio. Basically say, all the Mysterio family's going to be in Vegas this Friday. And, the family that blocked his number and kicked him out of the group chat. Basically, since Rey doesn't want to accept it, he has to go ask his mom for permission, since, Rey, had his permission. His balls are still in her purse and whatnot. So he has to go ask his mom. So we'll see where this goes, as they still hold off in this match, which we know what's going to happen. Rey's still denying it. We saw it on SmackDown. Could even, it could go into the Hall of Fame, which I kind of hope it doesn't, during the whole Hall of Fame speech, but they probably will do that. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to wait till the night of the Hall of Fame to finally announce that it'll be Rey versus Dominic, like, the next night or on Sunday? Is that what they're going to do? Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see what happens this Friday on SmackDown. Usos and Sokoa was outside. Heyman says, all right, y'all done for the night. Get the maki, the seafood. It's all on the plane. But Solo says, no, not you. Roman want to talk to you. Edge cuts promo. It's kind of promo in some dark room with candles like it's the Brood. Talking about he's been in Hell in a Cell many times before, especially with the dead man himself. And that, he talked about Balor, that hell can't handle his demon. And he says, I fear no type of evil and whatnot, so I want you to bring the demon. I like to meet him. So I guess we're going to get Demon Finn Balor, or the Judgment Day Demon Finn Balor, maybe a purple demon, versus Edge. We'll see how that goes. Um, and stuff. So, sorry, I had to check a message right there. But yeah, that's what happened with my bad. Lost a little track because of my phone. But yeah, very good promo from Edge. Like I said, Demon Balor, Edge at WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell. We'll see how that goes. Rhea Ripley came out to cut a promo talking about what happened on SmackDown and with Charlotte. Basically talking about her insecurities and whatnot that is gonna really hinder her at WrestleMania. And that, she talked about a few years ago what happened. Ripley was trying to prove herself with respect, but she said Charlotte is no leader of the division. Next thing you know, starts getting what chance then. Ripley doesn't care about her insecurities and that she will be the biggest star in WWE. And, I don't need you to respect me. I need you to fear me. Damage Control came out saying, like, oh, good job you doing to Charlotte there. Bailey says, I've beaten her at WrestleMania before. And, if you need our help. But Ripley says, I don't want your help, but I'll take one of y'all on right now. Bailey's the only one in her gear, so ended up being Ripley versus Bailey, which, like I said, Rhea wasn't really in her gear also, just street clothes, which this was heel versus heel, by the way. Next thing you know, Trish, Lita, and Becky came out during the match, ended up kind of distracting, Becky ended up distracting Bailey, and then Ripley hit the Riptide and won the match from there, so, heel versus heel, but the face ended up doing a distraction. So very odd they did a heel versus heel match. Gable tried to get Otis away from the model people again. Ricochet went against Chad Gable. Very good match, I gotta say. Even though this didn't really have much story to it or anything going on, the crowd really loved this match. I thought it was enjoyable. I liked it. Ricochet won due to Maxine Dupree taking Otis to the back. So obviously American Alpha is going to probably be done soon. Andy Kaufman is going to the Hall of Fame. That's good. It's long overdue for Andy Kaufman, especially with his feud with Lawler. Okay, and I think Jerry Lawler will be inducting him. Hopefully, Lawler is healthy enough. I know he had that stroke back in February, so hopefully he is good to go for the Hall of Fame. But listen, if you don't know about that feud, it's a lot I can say about it. Don't get me wrong; it was before my time. But listen, knowing the history of that feud and watching it, like Kaufman is like some would say Kaufman is like one of the first celebrities to really kind of venture out and going into wrestling, just making a big feud, especially when celebrities do be in wrestling, having these feuds. He's like one of the first people. So if you don't know nothing about Jerry Lawler versus Andy Kaufman, go look it up, folks. Like people believed it was real, especially at that time. Trust me, check it out. Bianca and Asuka went against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Not much to say from there. Asuka and Bianca won, and Asuka ended up attacking Bianca after. So finally, something's going on with this feud because it's really been nothing going on. It's just been like a stare off every week. So at least they did something. I can't say this feud is nothing much to talk about. The match will be good. I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca wins at WrestleMania anyway. So I would be okay with that. But it hasn't really been a lot going on. Reigns, Solo, and Heyman were in the ring as he told the crowd to acknowledge him. Cody Rhodes came out then. Basically, I know what you want to talk about. You want to talk about me not being in business and whatnot. And, like, come on, let's talk. He told Heyman to be quiet, but Reigns said, let's talk about what you used to be. You're just like your father, okay? This guy's a professional wrestler. I'm a fighter, okay? I'm the megastar right here. Listen, you didn't want to do Stardust. You ran off. You started your own company and couldn't get over there, and you ran off from that. And now you came back to WWE, you peck pop, and still couldn't happen. So you think you're finished, the story moment's going to happen. It's going to be April 3rd when you wake up and look in the mirror that you lost, okay? That's what's going to happen. I want you to make a choice that your dad could be proud of, because going to make sure you don't run away like a little bitch and whatnot. Cody basically said, you want to bring my dad up again, Dusty and whatnot. But listen, man, I ran away and stuff, but listen, I made sure that everybody can make money in a locker room, more money than they ever have. Most basically talking about AEW. Cody went on, basically said, I am a pro wrestler and everything, okay? Listen, I wanted to be a superstar when I was 20 and whatnot, but It's different now. I like the taste of blood in my mouth. But listen, you don't need to bring my dad again because he's not going to come out here and hit like a bionic elbow. His brother's in AEW and works somewhere else. And basically told Reigns, let's talk about you because his mom, like I said, his Cuban mom would tell him to knock that boy out and make sure he's down for good measure. But let's talk about you because you will lose. You're still going to lose on April the 3rd. That's what's going to happen when you wake up, all right? Because I'm going to take what means the most to you in those titles because next thing's going to happen. Jay's going to leave you. Jimmy will leave you. Solo, you've been looking at me all night. You're not ready. You think you're ready, but you're not. He'll leave you too. And then Heyman will become an advocate once again, all right? Because Roman won't have anything to reign, and the Chief won't have a tribe. As Reigns just looked and left, Solo was still in there as Reigns is telling him to come on. Cody like, oh, you're not ready, all right? You're not. And Solo tried to do the Samoan spike thing, but Cody ended up kicking him. Solo was about to do something, but Reigns was like, no, don't. You know. He was like, no. As the fans started to chant, you're not ready. So hell of an ending segment right there between Reigns and Cody and stuff. So very very good stuff in the end right there. Interesting that Cody's words got to Solo and whatnot. Even Reigns just kind of not really saying anything and just walking off like done, like he didn't even say nothing back. So very interesting segment as we still see the bloodline and the cracks crumbling more and more. But other than that, that's my review of Raw. Okay, good stuff. Most of throughout the night. That third hour was a little bit tough getting through, but like I said, everything is just WrestleMania build right now. We got one more week of build, folks. We got one more week, and then the final week is next week. But other than that, that's my review of Raw tonight. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, HoodNight890. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.